Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video I'm going to talk about this tank, and this is the whole look of the tank. The tank is not completely built, but it is able to hold water. In one of the previous videos I did a water leakage test with this tank, and I've also shown you how you can build this tank. So this tank is basically your 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet and 1.5 feet in height. So basically a square tank, and I was planning to make this tank, turn this tank into a planted tank. As you can see, the tank is now sitting on this very flimsy bench. This is not very strong, and that is the reason I haven't filled this to the very top. But you can see the tank has a lot of potential to be filled. Eventually this tank will turn into a planted tank, but I don't have a lot of money at the moment, and plants are very difficult to find in the local market. So I'm probably going to have to purchase them online. I'm still trying in my local markets and different local fish shops, but I couldn't able to get my hands on some plants. And I'm also struggling with the kind of substrate that I will be choosing for this tank, because if I don't want to spend a lot, I will go with your normal dirty tank, that is use a normal soil and your normal construction sand in this tank. However, I will try my best to do best with this tank. So at the moment you can see I bought 4 danios, and I wasn't planning to add any fish in this tank, but I went somewhere and just going in front of the came across a fish shop, and they had a couple of fish laying around in the shop. So I couldn't resist, so I had to buy these fish. So I only had 50 rupees at the moment, so I bought 4 fish for 50 rupees, all orange or red colored fish. And as you can see, I've added the light that I've shown you in my previous videos. This is the Venus Aqua QL, I think, something like that. You can see the video about this light as well. So I've been feeding the fish. It's been like 4 days. The fish are doing well. They are swimming pretty good. No problem so far. And eventually this tank will turn into a planted tank, and I will make a video about that. And as far as food is concerned, I'm using a mixed food. At the moment I'm feeding them Tetra Bits complete, and I'm also giving them cheap pellets, that micro pellets that you get for like 40 rupees or something like that. So what I do is, in the morning I feed them the Tetra Bits, and then in the afternoon when it is the hottest, I give them, when the temperature is very high, I give them the cheap food, and at night I give them Tetra Bits complete again. So that's my feeding cycle. And there is a small stem of pothos. I had a couple of pothos plants laying around in my house, so I took a cutting and threw it inside the tank. And the filter that I'm running at the moment is your Sobo WP850F. And one thing I've noticed so far, as you can see, that when you put a filter inside a tank, usually the waste starts collecting in a particular area. At the moment you can see a couple of waste is under the filter there, and then all the waste is now also collected there. So this is a very useful information that you can keep in mind when setting up your tank. So when I set this tank with planted tanks with plants, I will make sure that I plant a couple of plants at that place, because there is a lot of waste that is accumulating, and that waste is eventually going to turn into nitrates, and nitrates is basically a kind of fertilizer. So any kind of plant that I will plant there will be able to make use of that waste that is produced by the fish. By the way, the fish are your glow danios, also called as glow light danios, and I got 2 fish for 25 rupees. So in 50 rupees I was able to get 4 fish. I will eventually add more fish, but before that I will set up a couple of plants in this tank, and I will let you guys know when I will do that. So this was the update on the this particular tank. As you can see, this is the whole look of the tank, and the tank looks very good. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.